My production is a hybrid horror and thriller film. The social groups we used in the film were teenagers. The type of teenagers we used were wealthy teenagers, jocks, lower-class teenagers, and teenagers with mental health issues. The social issues we used were mental health. Our antagonist is a lower-class teenager with mental health issues. Later in the film, we would go more in depth into his issues and how they affect his life throughout the film. During the casting process, we followed the casting conventions by choosing characters that fit the physical appearance, age, and personality. Originally, we had based the characters off of people we knew. When those people were not available to film, we picked people who still fit these characteristics. We also followed conventions for location. Based on the genre, different types of locations are used. For our genre, which was horror, I found locations that fit this genre in look and feel. The lighting in these areas also set up what genre the film is. The lighting is dark and gloomy. When paired up with the locations, the audience will be able to pick out what genre it is from the beginning. The props used set up the genre by adding to the mood. The dirty old table, chair, and lamp add to the mood of the genre when paired up with everything else. The makeup helps the audience figure out what time frame the film is set in. For instance, my film opening is set in the early 2000s. The hair and makeup our main girl is wearing fits that time frame. My partner and I did research on what clothes were worn in that time frame and found clothes almost identical to our reference pictures. When we were deciding what camera angles we wanted to use, we had to look back on our past projects. We did a lot of thinking on the camera angles and meticulously created camera angles that would make the audience feel more connected to the film. The same thing with our editing. When we were deciding how to edit each scene, my partner and I had to decide which transitions and zooms would make the audience feel connected to the film and the characters. When we got to the sound aspect of the film, we thought about the dialogue, music, and sound effects. We have music that fits the characters' personalities. For example, we used the song Low by Flo Rida to introduce one of our protagonists. We also used the song Valerie to introduce our antagonist, as well as another time throughout the film to create contrapuntal sound. These choices really brought the film together and made everything move slowly and seem cohesive. When we started to create the storyboards, we laid it out by going scene by scene and describing what we wanted to happen using arrows of different colors to represent each camera movement, character movement, and light. The inspiration I got for this film was inspired by Scream and the second Fear Street movie. The Old House was inspired by Fear Street Part 2, 1976. It was set at a camp and included an axe murderer. This inspired me to use the Old House. It also inspired the axe murderer. However, the mannerisms for the murderer were inspired by Ghostface in Scream. When making the film, I tried to showcase fear and uncertainty in the form of relatable characters. I also tried to showcase survival by showing how hard people will try to survive. Both tie into the concept of adrenaline and heightened emotions. When in the face of danger, people will go to great lengths to survive.